I know what it stands for, is response to intervention, but that's about as far as I know.
What is it? How do we do it? What other steps?
I am confused about my role in RTI.
So I am here to learn a little bit more about the process and hopefully help implement it back at my school.
It's going to change the way we look at education.
RTI is something that's very definitely here to stay.
I think it's one of the most important educational changes that have come about in the last 30 years or so.
It's just not an acronym. We have plenty of those in the field of education, and it can get lost in the shuffle, but it's the way we do business for every single kid, every single day.
But most importantly, it's the first time in the state we've had a system. It uses a common language.
For me, the most exciting part of RTI is providing help right away when you see kids are struggling. I've been very frustrated with the wait to fail system where you're waiting 2 years for kids to fall far enough behind their peers.
We don't want to have kids thinking they're never going to be able to accomplish something. We want to find ways to be able to get them to that next level, and this does that.
We need a good collaborative team that can talk about kids, talk about what kids need.
It's kind of breaking down the I am the teacher, I shut my door, I do my thing.
It's the ability for a classroom teacher to openly and constructively ask for help in a meaningful and positive way, and for all of us to be able to work collaboratively.
Sharing what you know, using the data to tell you that it's working or not working.
I think having enough time in the day is a challenge, and finding the people and get them in the right place.
Because we don't have built-in collaboration time, and that's an essential component.
We built systems that operated in isolation. Now we need to reform them to build systems that are about collectiveness and true unity.
I guess similar to exercising, where you have to say, I'm going to make the time.
We know that academic performance is linked to behavioral success, and we know that behavioral success is linked to academic achievement.
And so they're woven together. It's almost like the threads that are being woven into a piece of cloth.
They go hand in hand, so I'm glad that Wisconsin has chosen to deal with both under the RTI umbrella.
And Wisconsin, by the way, has gained a lot of recognition nationally.
An RTI system is so flexible that it's set up so that schools can start addressing not only the kids that struggle and the kids we see very often, those gifted and talented kids, the kids that need furthering.
My culture, of course, is Native American, and the connection between our culture and response to intervention is simple.
You need to know the whole person, and a huge part of that is culture.
It's everyone's job to do RTI. The classroom teacher certainly has to be involved and understand the learning of their kids. The specialists in the school need to know what resources are available and how they can help. The administrators need to be on board in terms of scheduling time and freeing up resources as needed.
There's no reason why parents shouldn't be involved in that process.
And so if you're talking about doing different interventions for kids, you have to involve the parent in that process.
I think so often we keep waiting for all of the answers to come and drop on our doorstep or pull up in a van, but it's not going to happen.
And it's always difficult to have change.
It's a process. It's not something that's going to happen overnight.
It's not a sprint, it's a marathon.
Go slow, be persistent.
My one piece of advice to schools starting RTI would be just that, start. Start small, but just start.